Hello and welcome to a new video, and today we're traveling from Cottbus to Falkenberg at the river Elster with a brand new Siemens Mireo. I showed you the Mireo already in a bonus video, but we're gonna take another look at this train, and we're traveling on a new railway line that I haven't shown you yet. And here on the map you can see our route today. We're starting in Cottbus, where I arrived with the RE2 in the last video, and here you can see our Mireo that we're gonna take now to Falkenberg Elster. And this is the regional train 43, which is operating every 2 hours. Here we can see the interior of the Mireo one more time. Here we have the second class with the very comfortable seats, and this train does have a very comfortable interior in second class already, and first class is also very comfortable with a different type of seat that I do really like. I think they are very comfortable. The seats are adjustable. We have big tables with the possibility for inductive charging. There are also USB sockets and regular power sockets available. The only downside of this train, first class of this train, is the size of the tables, as they are not folding tables. They are a bit far away from the seat, so if you really want to work on your laptop, you have to sit in a quite uncomfortable way. You need to lean forward to reach your laptop on the table. It would have been better if this would have been folding tables, but nevertheless, this is a very good regional train with a very comfortable first class. Here we are leaving the station of Cottbus. Here on the right side you can see the railway line to Berlin that I showed you in the last video, but we are heading now to Falkenberg with stops, for example, in Karlau, Finsterwalde and Doberlug-Kirchhain. These are the most important stops, but as we are a regional train, we are stopping in all stations in between. Our first stop today is Kolkwitz Süd, meaning Kolkwitz South. As Kolkwitz does have 2 stations, the other station is on the railway line to Berlin. The next stop then is already Karlau, and there you have a connection on to Senftenberg and Dessau via Berlin. You do not really use the connection to Dessau from Karlau. You can also stay on our train going to Falkenberg and going to Dessau from there. It's way shorter, but you can use the train to Dessau to go to Berlin. The RB43 is operated by the Siemens Mireo. At the time when I was traveling on this line, there were still a few Talent 2 around, but they are supposed to be replaced by the Mireo completely. As I said, this regional train is going every 2 hours, and in the other hour there is a regional express going the same route. Additionally, there's the RB49 that's also connecting Cottbus and Falkenberg, but using a different railway line and going via Senftenberg, and I will show you this regional train in the next video. Here we arrive at Karlau. As I said, here you have the connection on to Senftenberg and to Berlin using the RE7 that I already showed you in another video. But we stay on our train. The next big and important stop is Finsterwalde, and in between we have another station in the small village of Golmitz. Once we are arriving in Golmitz, we can also listen to the sound of the Siemens Mireo. Now we are continuing to Finsterwalde. Finsterwalde is the next big important stop. Before arriving in Finsterwalde, we are reaching Linthal. There's no station in Linthal, but there is a branch line to Großräschen, branching off of our railway line. But this railway line to Großreschen is only used for freight traffic, not for passenger trains at the moment, and it offers connection to Senftenberg and from there on to Dresden or to Hoyerswerda. Also in Finsterwalde there are a few former connections. Another railway line to Senftenberg that is not in use anymore, and a railway line to Luckau also not in use anymore. The railway line to Luckau was used for heritage trains until 2018. Then the state of the tracks got too bad, so it was not possible to operate these trains anymore. But there is an association that wants to reopen that line for touristic trains. The railway line to Senftenberg is also closed, but a short part of it is in use for heritage trains, the short part to Lichterfeld, and it is operated by so-called Ferkeltaxen. These are old rail cars that we just saw in the background. Here we can see a Siemens Mireo, the blue train. That's also very interesting because this train used to be an experimental train from Siemens that they used for trials with the European Train Control System, short ETCS. We will see this train a bit closer in another video coming soon. And here we can see the former rails of the railway line to Luckau branching off, heading north, but as you can see the rails are not existing anymore. A few hundred meters later on there are still a few rails, but as I said, their state is too bad, so the heritage services stopped in 2018. Now we are passing Hennersdorf. As you can see, there used to be way more tracks that are not in use anymore, and here we see another railway line branching off, and this is a connection to the railway line to Berlin, the railway line Berlin-Dresden, and this railway line is only operated by a very few trains a day, and I will show it to you in another upcoming video. Meanwhile, we arrived at the station of Doberlug-Kirchhain, which is a station with 2 levels. We are on the lower level, and on the upper levels are the trains from Berlin to Dresden. We continue on to our final destination, Falkenberg, with stops in Schönborn, Beutersitz and Übigau in between. Between Schönborn and Beutersitz there used to be another railway line that is closed. That was a freight railway line. There have been many small freight railway lines in this area, but most of them are completely gone, with less or almost none remains still existing. Shortly before arriving in Falkenberg there is a marshalling yard, and there are many connections because Falkenberg does have many different railway lines meeting here at the station of Falkenberg, and so there are connections available to link almost all of the railway lines with each other. But we are staying on our railway line, reaching the station of Falkenberg on the upper level, as this station is another railway station with 2 different levels. Here you can see the lower level, and there you can also see the train that we are taking in the next video. This will be a Talent 2 train going back to Cottbus, but using a different railway line, so we are going via Elsterwerda and Senftenberg. This you will see in my next video. My train was ending here in Falkenberg. So I left the train, and that's it for this video. I hope it was interesting for you. Here you can see the name of the song and when my next video will be uploaded. As always, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please consider to comment, like, subscribe or share a video link, and I hope to see you in my next video.